Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome to the post game. You have the last regular season game. Great win for the Cougs, taking down the Utes by 11. Great way to send out the seniors. Good night. Taking a look around everything that happened. So slow start overall. Just didn't have things going the right way. Ultimately, they heat up a little more. I ended up shooting pretty well from three. Honestly, the way I felt about the threes were there weren't as many of them as in previous games, but when they did come, they came in the big moments. They were some of the biggest plays of this game, and yeah, good win for the Cougs. Illinois had the lead all the way up to 19. Utah makes a late push. You win by 11. Yeah, very happy with it. And yeah, now you head into conference tournament play, where you will be the 4 seed. Opponent still somewhat to be determined, most likely Iowa State. I seriously doubt a 12 or 13 seed is going to upset the Cyclones, but we will have to see. And yeah, just all around great game. A lot of players making some big contributions. Richie Saunders played well. Milo Boskovic. Dallin Hall had a pretty good game. Yegor and Dawson Baker. I still haven't checked to see who led the Cougars in scoring, but overall, very solid night, very solid win. That's another quad 2. I wouldn't be surprised based on what happens to other teams around BYU in the tournament if BYU manages to slide up into a number 6 seed spot in projections. Currently projected as a 7, playing Ohio State first round, most likely Alabama second round. So, yeah, Cougars are set up in a good place right now. Of course, next week in the tournament, with a win over Iowa State, in that case, you're at least getting a 6 seed, possibly even a 5. I think this team's absolute ceiling would be a 4 if they were to somehow win the whole thing. But either way, should have a very favorable seeding. This was, in my opinion, probably the last game the Cougars will play that will have any shot at all to negatively impact the way they are seeded. So, yeah, great effort tonight. Things to work on. Just get off to a fast start. In the last 3 games, all 3 of them, Cougars been off to a very slow start, and so I think you gotta be starting fast, especially once you get to the tournament, because some teams there, you start slow, you're not going to get back into those games. Still, I feel like BYU can work on that. They can improve, and then also just cleaning things up a little bit for defensive rebounding. Utah won that battle big time. And no, credit to the Utes. They made some amazing plays. Like, oh my goodness, that dunk late in the game by Hunter Erickson, a former BYU guy. Maybe having himself a little bit of a BYU senior night. That putback dunk, pretty spectacular, not going to lie. But yeah, just got to keep teams off the offensive glass. And I think that's going to be really important in the tournament. Once again, though, Utah, that's their big strength, like I talked about before. That's what they do best. So wasn't exactly expecting BYU to necessarily 100% win that battle, but getting beaten that badly in that category, not the best. So work on that, get off to a fast start, and I feel like the Cougars, like the announcers were saying towards the end, this BYU team right now, it feels like they can beat anyone in the country if they're playing this way, or at least have a shot in any game. So yeah, feeling really good about the way all this is going. Outlook is good, especially in the rivalry. I think it's very likely at this time next year we will be talking about a 3-0 streak. Sorry, what's a better way to say that? Okay, 3-game win streak for BYU in both football and men's basketball. BYU hosting the next football game. I feel like they win that one. And then with AJ DeBonsta, that super team next year, I don't see any way the Utes hang around with the Cougs. So, yeah, that's what I see on the horizon there. In the meantime, jumping over to BYU volleyball. Another tough loss tonight. This time you get swept by USC. So they may drop in the rankings after 2 losses to the number 5 team in the country. So yeah, tough weekend there, but this team has bounced back in the past. I think they can do it again. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for tonight. Oh yeah, one other thing I've heard is just football, spring football, what is it called? Spring camp. Oh, I really should know this. I'm forgetting for some reason. But yeah, spring practices, they're going on. Carson Ryan settling in well. Jake Ratzlaff looking to make some improvement. That backup quarterback battle is going to be a pretty exciting one between Trayson Bergeret and McKay Hillstead. An alumni game scheduled for later on. So yeah, a bunch of exciting stuff going on around BYU athletics. I'm hoping sometime early next week to put out a Big 12 tournament preview video and then be back at it on Thursday when the Cougars play in their quarterfinal game. So yeah, that's all for tonight. Go Cougs.